What's up, guys? It's your girl, Dedicated Diva, and I am back with another working home chat. It's been a while since I've done one of these, or at least it feels that way. Please make sure you like, share, and subscribe for more videos like this, and let's get straight into it. So, I decided since I did a seasonal job posting on Monday, I decided that I would come to you guys with a work at home chat about seasonal positions. Now, one thing about seasonal positions is most of the time they only last from around October to February or early March. Now, the training for any position like that can start anywhere about around maybe July or August. I mean, it actually can start that early. Lately, I've been seeing a lot of people in a lot of forums, chat room, Facebook groups saying that they started this seasonal position and the training was going a little fast. And they end up having to leave the position because, they felt like they didn't know enough and it was so many points toward them and they didn't want to get fired away from the position. Now, no matter if you're an independent contractor or you are an employee, you don't never want it on your record that you had to get fired for any reason. Quitting is not any better, but I have never had anything on my record where I was fired from a position. Now, whenever you are going through training and you feel like the trainer is speeding up things or the trainer just don't know what they're talking about, it's best to try to find the head in the chain of command. What I mean by that, just say you're getting trained by a team lead or supervisor or something like that. It's always someone up over that person. Even if you have to reach out to someone in the HR department, even if you have to call the company on your own. Now, recently, I like applying for jobs just to see what everyone else has to go through. And also, I just love to, find the little odd jobs, the flexible work at home jobs, and I do work them. I ran into this position for a company, and I won't say what that company was, but they had a client in which you basically book vacations. And the training went so fast until it was ridiculous. It was like every day it was something new. You had to learn whatever it was in that day. You may have had to go to a breakout room during that class, to it's almost like you were in there with a buddy and you basically would role play over the various situations that they would give you to role play. And what this company don't understand and what many other companies don't understand is if it's so much to be learned, you can't give a training of 2 weeks for anything. If I don't care if it's only one system that you have to go into, you need extensive training on that system. I have worked for so many places where you have to do your work in one thing, just say you have to put in your orders or you tend to your customers in one screen, and then you may have to open up 5 and 6 different articles or different websites just for the answer. I have dealt with positions where I deal with the one main screen to input all the customer information, and I may have to only go over to one or two other screens. The amount of screens that you have to click into does not matter. Your training and your education matters. Whenever you feel like you're in a situation where, the train is pushing so much in your head and you don't feel like you're learning, or you're in a situation where you don't feel like the trainer know what the trainer should know, because I was just in a situation like this, stop and let them know. Make sure you voice your opinion. See if it's anyone else that you can reach out to, because 9 times out of 10, there's always someone else that you can reach out to, unless you're talking to the owner of the company and they're conducting their own training. Don't feel like just because it is a seasonal position and you don't want to miss out on something, you don't say something, because just say you actually move over into production. So normally there's training, there's nesting, and then there's production. So just say you move over to production. There's no more hand holding. There's no one else to help you. And you don't actually know what you need to know, or the trainer went so fast until like your first or second call end up being the call that you dreaded to have, and you have that call and you end up getting let go. You would have rather said something than just to let things pass, because I see it like customers information, whether you're an independent contractor or you're an employee. Customers information is sensitive. Just think about if you were to call into a company and someone takes your information and don't know what the crap they're doing with it. Either they charge your credit card for too much, they don't charge it, they end up just messing up your information, or you can tell that they don't understand what they're doing. If you wouldn't want that to happen to you, don't allow the lack of knowledge and the lack of education, you know, don't allow that to get in your way. If you don't know something, say something. And I see it like also that's only stun your growth with that company. Make sure at all times you take the necessary steps. Even if you're in a class full of people, it can be 13 people in that training class, it can be 23, it can be 103. If you don't know something, say something. If that person is not helping you and it actually gets back to, just say, HR or the owner, that person is going to have to deal with it. So make sure your money is right. Make sure your pockets is right. Make sure you know what you need to know. And don't feel like you have to have any position. Don't feel like you must have that job or else. I always like to see it as like, don't sell your soul just for a quick paycheck. If you don't want it to happen to you, why do it to others?